Morning everybody, welcome to A Brush with Coaching with me, Martin Carter. This is the first video blog, and for the first one I just wanted to take some time to talk about interrupts, because this in itself, the whole idea of A Brush with Coaching is just to be a few minutes at the start of the day to interrupt ourselves, to help us think about how we can be our best before we pile into the day. And to help us think about interrupts, I want to tell you about Kojak. And those of you as old as me will remember Kojak, 1970s TV detective, famous for two things: having a bald head and having a lollipop. And the story as to why Kojak has a lollipop is really interesting. Telly Savalas, the actor who played Kojak, was trying to give up smoking. And the writers of the script thought, hey, that's a really good motif. Because if you think about it, most TV detectives have got some kind of motif. Sherlock Holmes' deerstalker and pipe, Columbo's raincoat, Einstein's wheelchair, whatever it might be. And so the writers wrote the lollipop into the script. Now, why was Kojak using a lollipop to try and give up smoking? Well, I've never smoked, but my understanding is the first thing that makes you reach for a cigarette, if you're a smoker, is actually just the habit of doing something with your hands and your mouth. So the lollipop is a replacement. The lollipop stops you reaching for the cigarette unconsciously because you're already doing something with your hands and your mouth. Then, when the nicotine hit does kick in and your body's craving it, the lollipop is also an interrupt, because what it does is make you put the lollipop down, and now you've interrupted yourself. Because to light a cigarette, you've got to take the lollipop out of your mouth, you've got to put it down, and you've bought yourself the opportunity to make a choice between stimulus, the nicotine hit, and the response, lighting the cigarette. Often that's an unconscious act. The lollipop makes it a conscious act. Between stimulus and response, you buy yourself the opportunity to make a choice, and to make a conscious choice. Hence, it's an interrupt. Now, for that strategy to work for Kojak, what does he need to buy? He needs to buy lollipops. Where do you buy lollipops from? Well, the same shop that you buy cigarettes from. So when Kojak arrives in the morning with the intention of buying lollipops, his body will scream at him, buy cigarettes. And it will then start to negotiate with him. You've had a really tough day, a really tough week. One cigarette won't hurt you. You've got a really hard day coming up. Buy some cigarettes, you can get back to lollipops tomorrow. You're a failure. You'll never give up. Just buy cigarettes and feed that need. So what is Kojak's interrupt at that point? How does Kojak interrupt that story and have himself buy lollipops and not cigarettes? It's the story he's telling himself. And it's really, really important that if we're going to make any change in life, it's going to be difficult. And we can't rely on willpower. We need to interrupt our auto response, our automatic behaviours. And to do that, we need a bigger story. We need a story as to why we want to make the change, because our body will try and negotiate us into doing the old habit. So, what's your story? Now, I'm guessing for Kojak, of course, because I never met him, or Telly Savalas, but I'm guessing that the desire was, I'll trade tooth decay for lung cancer. I'm guessing I want to save $10 a day. I'm guessing, but maybe it's, I want to be there for my grandkids. Maybe it's I just want to be fitter. But whatever that story is, it has to be big enough to interrupt and overcome all that your subconscious and your limbic system and your internal dialogue will try and have you do, which is go back to the old habit. So you need a big story. So as we head off into today, that's the question I'd like to leave you with. What's your story? What are you leading for? What difference are you trying to make? What do you overcome? What are you trying to overcome? What are you trying to change? And is that story big enough to help you make that change? What's your story? Is it big enough? Is it clear enough? Is it powerful enough? Is it at the front of your mind so that the person you're trying to be, the difference you're trying to make, the impact you're trying to have is empowered by the story you tell yourself? That's it for today. I just want to leave you with that thought. Check back tomorrow. Let me have any feedback or comments, and I look forward to checking in with you again soon. Have a great day. Go well.